there, it's me, Kimberly, and today I wanted to talk to you about bootstrapping images. So, creating custom looking images using stock images for your website because every scrappy bootstrapper knows that it's all about getting it done. So, stock images are a great way to add some flavor to your website, to showcase your personality, but also to keep you from having to do a photo shoot every time you need a picture for something in your business. So right now I'm going to share with you my very favorite resource for stock images for your website. And this one, unfortunately, is not a freebie website to use. I think you can get a freebie. Let's see. I think that you get a freebie offer for the first couple of times you use it, but I do a monthly program with them where I can download up to 5 images every single day for a flat monthly fee. And as long as I keep paying my monthly fee, then I can use them however I like on my website. I just can't use them as header images. Or not really header images, sorry. I just can't use them as logos. So you can't use them with anything that's a registered trademark either. But, I mean, for designing great graphics, this is an awesome resource. It's called Big Stock Photo. So go ahead, open up a second tab and go to Big Stock Photo and just type in a random word. Like right now, I'm going to type in, what am I thinking about right now? How about ice cream? And boom, it's going to be like a miracle. All these gorgeous images of ice cream are going to pop up for me. Oh my gosh, like I could write a blog post about, oh, is your website a little too vanilla? Or is your website, craving chocolate? Whatever, just whatever you want. I mean, look at that. Look at that luscious image. So, oh, look at that one. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to take this little cutie and we're going to do something with her because she is freaking awesome. So 5 images a day will set you back 69 bucks a month. It's kind of expensive, but you can do different programs and buy them image by image or however you want. So I'm going to go ahead and log in really quick so that I can grab this cutie little girl before she gets gone. I hope I remember my password. I'm going to be real embarrassed right now. Whew! Yay. Okay, so I'm going to grab her, and most of the time you only need a small image. You don't need to grab a great big giant huge one. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the small one. So I'm going to download her, and then we're going to talk about ways that you can really go with this image and make it your own. Okay, so she is getting ready to download. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Look, that's not even her. That's another one I downloaded the other day. There she is. Okay, I'm going to click on her, and I'm going to select her and copy her. Now I'm going to close all this out. There's another one I did. Look, I'm like an image crazy pants. I'm always downloading an image. So go ahead, open up another tab, and meet me over in Adobe Illustrator. You'll remember this from our Adobe Illustrator color palette tutorial. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and do that one too after this one. So right now I'm just going to clear this color palette out, and we're going to start fresh. Okay, for your graphics, you're going to want to make a file that fits your image. So what I usually do is I have a file that's already open and I paste my image onto that file. So it's going to come, there she is. And now I'm just going to either resize her to the 600 by 600, or I'm going to go with her in the full size. It's totally up to you. Sometimes bigger images display really pretty on Facebook. So let's see what size she is right now. If you hit the transform button, you'll see that she's 871 pixels by 900 pixels. So I'm going to go ahead and take my artboard button and make an artboard that's 871 by 900. So I'm clicking on the artboard, and then I'm going to go up here and do 871 by 900. Super easy. Look, there she is. Now remember too, if your buttons don't look like mine do right now, just go to Window and go to Workspace Essentials, and that'll lay your screen out just like mine. That way we'll be doing the same thing. So let's talk about some things that we can do with this cutie pie. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. Okay, we can keep her just like she is and add her to a blog post. That would be fun. We could make her taller by moving our artboard up a little bit. So now I'm at 871 by 1091. I'm going to make that even 1090. I like my things to be even. So I'm going to make her that big. And what happens when I make her that big is she's on a white background, so it doesn't really matter that I've made her taller. But I've got now all this space up here that I could add something fun. So what I'm going to do is a trick that I love to do. I'm going to add some words up there above her head in a box. So like you could even add a cute little thought bubble. Oh, there's so much you could do with her. But I'm just going to keep it really super simple. So I'm going to do me a box. So I'm going to click the rectangle tool. I'm going to draw me out a rectangle, and I'm going to leave a little white space above her head because I don't want to take up all of that space because I want it to look like I added it in there with a little space over her head too. Now you can either pick a color that's one of your pre-done colors, or if you have a favorite color, you can use your color code for your favorite color. And you know what? I'm really feeling the green on her dress, so you can even steal the green out of your picture. You just click on your little eyedropper tool and hover anywhere over the green, and it'll appear by magic on your top of your image. That is one of the favorite tricks that I have for working with big stock photo images. I just grab a color right out of the picture, and you can click anywhere on her dress, and it'll give you whatever color part you click on. You could even click on her ice cream. Oh my gosh, that would be hysterical too. So now I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to teach you how to work with the opacity of this image. So how opaque it is. If you dial down this little button right here, let's say 75%, you'll see that the green starts to show through the white. And when you're working with images that have a background in them that's like really busy, that can really be a cute effect. We don't need to do that with this image though because 100 is fine and it matches her dress really cute. So now I've got my image set. I'm going to move it down off her head, closer to her head just a little. So if you click on it and slide it down just a pinch with your mouse, it'll really fit in there nicely. Okay, sweet. So now I've got my little girl. I don't have a clue yet what I'm going to use her for or what she's going to say, but like, wow, she's really cute. So what could we think of? Like when you grab an image, you just have to kind of let the image settle with you for a minute or two and think about it. So I'm going to pause you so you don't think I'm nuts, and I'm going to figure out what I'm doing with this woman, this cutie pie little girl. Hang on just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it. How to create graphics that will melt your bootstrapping heart. So that's what I'm going to put in my box right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on text, and I'm going to type out my text. How to create graphics to melt your bootstrapping heart. Isn't that fun? Okay, so now I've got my words, and I'm going to highlight my words. And remember to put your words on there. Sorry, I went a little fast. You just click the T for text. It says type tool, but I call it the text button. So now I've got my words, and what I want to do first is I want to get them in the middle of this block. So I'm going to click on my selection tool. I'm going to center my words first using the center button for the text. Then I'm going to align horizontal center, which puts them in the middle of the image. And then I'm just going to use my little down arrow to put them in the middle of my block. Ta-da! But you know, there's a lot of different things I can do with this now, but the thing that I really want to do the most is make this a little bit bigger because it's so tiny right now. So if you go over to character and put in a magic number, let's try 48. And you see how it jumps and gets a little bit bigger? So that is really cute. But now, like, that's just not enough. Like, I really like to play with graphics, and I really like to make them, like, really leap off the page. So what if we start playing around with this text a little bit? So, like, let's change the word how to a different font. I'm going to use my favorite one. You're just going to type in a name of a font in your character box that you love, and then hit tab one time, and then you can change the size of it because sometimes your specialty fonts look smaller than your regular fonts. Now I'm going to click my selection tool and then just click anywhere. So as you can see, now the how is in a different font. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to highlight how with my left click, and I'm going to turn how a different color, like a pretty shade of pink. We'll see how that looks. So I'm just going to go grab a pink, and of course you can use any, oh sorry, that's not where my pink lives. Let me click around and find a graphic. There we go. You can get the favorite HTML or hex code for your favorite pink. So now I'm going to look around back for my image, and by the way, please don't be like me. Please don't have 8,000 windows open when you're working. It really gets confusing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click here and put in, I'm just clicking on the fill box and putting in the 6-digit color code and hitting enter. So now I'm going to back away and look at it. It's getting there, but now how is a little bit harder to read. So I'm going to highlight how again. I'm going to add a little bit of stroking to how, and I'm going to make my stroke 3 pixels. Nope, better yet, 2 pixels. So let me show you about strokes. See how now it's bigger and easier to read? It's wider. So when you highlight and click on your stroke, you can put your color for your stroke right in the box, but then you can also come up here and choose how thick it is. So like the thickness is how wide the words become. So 2 pixels is really good for this word. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the rest of the letters to white just to see. So all you do is highlight the first letter that you want to change and go all the way to the end. Click on your fill button and put in F, 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 6 Fs, and that will change it to white. So now we've got how to create graphics to melt your bootstrapping heart. Oh, she's lovely, that little girl. She's so cute. I always wonder about who these people are in these little pictures, but doesn't she look like she got caught eating ice cream and she wasn't supposed to be? She looks like she just got in trouble, but in a cute way. So now I'm going to make this box really jump out by adding a little bit of an outer glow to the letters. Outer glow makes them jump out like they're almost 3D. So just click on your box with your words, go up to your effect panel, choose stylize and outer glow, and then you get to choose, and you can take a peek at it to see how it's going to look ahead of time. So the more blur you put on it, the wider it gets around the letters. And when you hit OK, then it's going to add that little bit to your letters. And you know that it's added it because then when you hover over it, it's got like little dots around the letters. That's how you know it put it there. So now we're just going to do File, Save for Web, and Preview. This will take us to how this would look on a website. And I'm going to zoom it out so you can see the whole thing because she's kind of big. But look how adorable that is. I mean, really? Wouldn't you want to create some graphics to melt bootstrapping hearts with that cutie? Oh, awesome. So there you have it. That is how you can work with stock images to create something beautiful for your website. Then all that's left is to save this little cutie, and I want you to make a commitment to save your graphics as PNG files. I know we have a tendency to want to save them as JPEGs, but what happens with a JPEG is sometimes it's not very clear on the internet, especially not on your website. But if you try saving them as a PNG with your transparency checked right here, clip it to your artboard so it's the same size as the block you've been working in, and whenever you save them, you will have the perfect image for your website. So right now I'm going to save this as ice cream cutie. And again, make yourself an image file and store your images in there, and make an image file for everything you do or offer. So for example, for your website, make an image file that houses all your your website images. Make an image file that houses all of the headers for your newsletters. Make sure that you always add new folders and save things in very organized ways. And I'm going to make a tutorial on how to organize your files too, so that you don't ever run into a situation where you can't find something you need. So now we're going to save her. And ta-da! There you have it. That's how to create a really cute graphic for your website using a stock image. And of course, you can duplicate and change it up and practice to your heart's content, and you will really find that your images take on a whole new look and a whole new feel once you've started bootstrapping your images. Thanks, and bye.